Hey everyone, it's day 23 of your 30-day yoga challenge intention, and today we tap into our power. Now, in talking about power, it isn't necessarily going to be power yoga, although today's class might be a little bit stronger, but rather the power that we have, that sometimes we might give away to someone when we don't allow ourselves boundaries, or the power that we don't allow ourselves to step into because of our own fears, or perhaps holding ourselves back for fear of failure. So I invite you in today's practice, and perhaps for the rest of your day, to step into your power and see where that leads you. Let's start lying on our backs. All right, yogis, let's draw the knees in towards the chest. The arms around the legs. You can grab your wrists, forearms, or elbows, and just squeeze your thighs. Really feel your thighs pressing into the belly. Let go of your left leg to the floor. Have your hands on the shin bone and pull that thigh into the belly. Let go of your right foot, reach it towards the ceiling, and interlock the fingers on your hamstrings and pull the leg in. If your right knee can stay straight, then bring your hands to hold the calf. Just make sure that your shoulders and head stay down. Take one more breath. Bend your right knee with your hands on the shin, pull in. Left thigh into the chest, arms around your legs, and again, holding wrists, forearms, or elbows and squeeze. This time, release right leg to the floor and hug that left thigh in towards the belly. Left foot high into the air. Interlock the fingers on the back of the leg. Again, that's the hamstrings, calf or ankle, and pull. And then release, hands back to the shin, squeeze the thigh in, and then right leg towards you, arms around your legs, last time squeeze. Take both of your feet high into the sky. And then for some of us, the knees will be slightly bent, okay? Especially if you feel a pulling through the backs of the thighs or your low back. Allow the knees to be bent, but keep the heels for the most part directly above the hips. Have the hands flat on your mat, maybe even holding onto the edges. And let's actually do that. Everyone hold the edges of your mat and imagine gently pulling the mat itself out from underneath the buttocks. Just gently pull the mat forward. And then with your left leg, slowly lower it about 2/3 of the way to the floor. Stay soft in the neck. Bring your left leg up, and then do the same with your right leg. Lower it down about 2/3 towards the mat. Bring your right leg up. Bend your knees and place both feet on the floor. Reach your arms over your head, inhale, and with your exhalation, start curling the tailbone, lifting the hips. Press firmly through the inner edges of the feet, and I want you to imagine that you have a yoga block or even a pillow, maybe a cushion in between the thighs, and hug in as though you were holding it firmly. Curl your tailbone and lift the pelvis higher. Lowering slowly to the floor, both legs down, and then right foot to the ceiling. Interlock the fingers again on the back of the leg. Hamstrings. If you can keep the right leg completely straight, calf. Bend your arms and really feel that leg coming closer to you. And then do your best to keep the right leg fixed in space. Release your hands onto the floor and keep moving the front of your thigh towards the front of the stomach. Bring the front of your right thigh towards the front of the stomach. Now interlock the fingers behind your head, elbows wide, and inhale, peel your upper back off the ground. Keep your elbows apart. So do your best to keep moving the elbows to the same line as your ears, and then lift the left shoulder blade off the ground. So it's like your chest turns a little bit to the right, but keep the elbows moving away from each other, open the throat. Bend your right knee, lie down. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor. Reach your arms alongside the ears, curl the tailbone, lift the hips. And then lower your spine, hips to the floor, right leg down, left foot up. Hands clasped to the back of the leg. Let's push our right heel firmly into the earth. Exhale, bend your elbows deeper. And I want you to connect with the front of your left thigh. So the quadriceps, even the front of the left hip, the hip flexors. Fire those up, and when you release the hands, keep the left leg mostly in place. And then continue to work that the front of the left hip, the front of the left thigh, pulling the leg closer to you, but without using your hands. Interlock the fingers behind the head. As we breathe in, we'll lift the head, we'll as well as the upper back, keep the elbows wide, open the throat, and then let the right shoulder blade lift higher than the left, like you're bringing the heart to face the left knee. And then bend your left knee towards you, lie down, left foot on the floor, right foot on the floor, straighten the arms over your head. One last time, curling the tailbone, lifting the hips. Press through the big toe mounds. Imagine holding the block or the pillow between the thighs. And then begin to lower slowly. Draw your knees into the chest, hands behind your legs, lift the feet, and then rock yourselves all the way up towards a seated position, and then find yourselves in a forward fold. Look forward as you breathe in. Exhale, bow. Rise to standing, inhale, lift your arms. On your exhale, bring your right thigh towards you and move your hands in front of the chest. Begin to kick your right leg back and parallel to the floor. And what you can do to find a bit more steadiness or stability is bend your left knee. Firm the outer left hip in and keep lifting the right thigh higher. If you want, you can reach forward through both of your arms. We'll step our right foot forward towards chair, bend both of the legs, lift the chest, lift the arms. And then as you forward fold, let your left leg lift. And I should say, actually, just have your hands flat and think of the chest reaching forward still. Then bring your chest towards the right thigh. Walk your hands almost to the line of the foot, maybe nose towards the calf, left leg higher. Now look forward, inhale. Left foot takes a big step back, exhale, and then take your hands more to the same line as the front foot, right leg mostly straight, maybe curl the toes in. You can definitely keep the foot flat. Exhale, bend your arms and fold. Bend both of your knees, left knee to the ground, and as you inhale, reach your arms over the head. And then warrior two, straighten the back knee, turn the back heel flat, and open the arms. Take another full breath here. And then both of your hands coming to the floor, move into plank, step the right foot back. Come up onto your right fingertips. If that's too much for your wrist, then do keep the hand flat. Then turn both of your heels to the left and then reach the right arm up into the sky. Notice here my right leg is in front of the left. That's great for stability. If you need more, you can place the sole flat. For those of you who can, the legs will stack, maybe even lifting the right leg up. Okay, from this position, let's lower our right hand onto the floor, high plank. Inhale. On the exhale, lower your knees so they touch the ground. Look at the knees and then lift them up 3, 4, maybe 5 centimeters, and then keep them hovering. Look forward and find a bit more length to the spine. Downward dog, exhale. Full breath in. Bring your right thigh into the chest, exhale. Look at your thumbs and push down, lift your right thigh higher. Kick your right leg back and up, breathe in. Look at the hands, step forward with your foot. And then left foot forward. Lengthen the spine away from the legs, inhale. Exhale, bow. Chair, letting the legs bend, lifting the arms, pulling the low ribs in. Roll onto the balls of your feet and bend your knees to sit lower. And then heels on the floor, straighten the legs, look up, reach back. As your hands come in front of the chest, lift the left thigh up. And then reach your leg towards warrior 3. So meaning the leg kicks back, you try to lift it in line with the floor, and just feel into this right hip. If it's rolling forward, gently push back. Again, feel free to bend the standing knee as a way to support you and maybe reach the arms out in front. We'll step forward with the foot, chair pose, bend legs. Then bring your hands down on the floor in front of you and lift your right leg up. Keep moving the crown of the head and the spine forward. And then begin to walk the hands towards the left foot, right leg higher as you find more of a standing splits. And then look forward, right foot takes a big step back, keep the knee off the floor, and with your hands in line with the left foot, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend your arms and bow. Some of you might flex the left ankle so that the toes lift off the floor, the toenails towards the front of the shin. And then bend into both of the knees, right knee lowers, lift both of your arms, inhale. And then warrior 2, back heel down, spread wide through the arms. Take another long breath here. Let's take both of our hands to the floor. Step to a high plank pose, inhale. And then on the exhale, come onto your left fingertips, take pause. Turn your heels to the right side of the mat and then lift your left arm up. So feel, what is going to help you feel supported but also challenged? Maybe the left sole flat, or the legs straight but in front of the right leg, or the legs stacked, or maybe even lifting. But again, step into where is your power? Can you find more? Let it cultivate. Look towards the floor, lower your left hand, lower the left foot. Let the knees touch down onto the earth, and then right away bring them to hover. Hold. Feel the crown and center of heart reaching beyond the front of the mat, whereas the wrists are trying to pull back. And then down dog, exhale. Okay, breathe in. Draw your left thigh forward into the stomach, shoulders over the wrists. Look at your thumbs, keep pushing through your hands and lifting the left thigh up. 3-leg downward dog, inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Make it so light there's no sound. And then right foot forward. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold. And then chair. Hips low, arms high. Pull in through the ribs. Roll onto the balls of the feet. And press down through all toes to get the heels to lift even more. Sit a little deeper. Keep lifting the heels, bend your knees so the thighs are almost parallel to the floor. Keep lifting the heels away from the earth. Pressing through the toes, go all the way to straight legs. Maintain your balance. Turn your palms to face the front. Bend your wrists so now your palms face the ceiling, and imagine you're pushing the ceiling up and high into the sky. Lower your heels, bend your legs back to chair. Go ahead and sit a little bit deeper so the buttocks is behind your calves. Can you bring your buttocks behind the ankles? Some of you will benefit from reaching forward through your arms so there's counterbalance as you slowly sit, lift your feet, boat. Hands behind your knees, Pull your thighs into the chest, lift the spine tall, and then maintain the thighs close to the heart as you lift the heels a little bit higher. Bring your hands to the calves, maybe closer towards the ankles, or you keep holding the backs of the knees, thighs still moving to chest, chest still moving to thighs, then and then maintain the distance between chest and legs as you release through your hands and reach forward. Grab onto the backs of the legs, lift the chest. If you need to, you can lower the feet. And then arms around your legs, twist to the right. If you would like, you can try lifting the right arm, reaching back, or you just keep your hand on the floor. And then right arm around the legs, left hand on the mat behind you, twist. Or you can take that left arm back as well. And then bring the arm around the shins, lift the chest. Reach down for your big toes with the first two fingers and the thumbs. Lengthen the spine, take your knees apart. Lean back slightly so the heels hover, and then maintain the lift of the chest. See if you can lift the heels to the height of the knees. Maybe take your legs wide so we're in a wide-legged forward fold in boat pose, or Upavishta Konasana in Navasana. Keep pushing forward through the chest. If you still have the big toes, press those big toes against the fingers. And then very slowly draw the inner legs close together. Some of you might end up rolling back. Have fun with it. And then release your knees onto the floor. Release the outer edges of your feet onto the floor. You can keep holding the toes or hands to the ankles, lengthen through the sides, breathe in, exhale, hinge. Really feel the top of your head moving towards the wall in front of you. Lift the chest, exhale, close the knees, slide both of your legs forward. So the heels will stay flat on the floor, bend your knees a little bit. The heels will stay on the floor, but they might move. Inhale, reach forward through your arms. Think of a cat spine, curl your tailbone towards the heels, and with that cat spine, lowering your body until the shoulder blades touch the ground. Hold. Maybe let the heels lift. You can also keep them down. Be active through the toes. And then lie down, stretch your arms over your head. Inhale. And then arms along the sides of your body. Exhale. Close your eyes. Feel connected to the power within. And in honor of your power, we bring our palms together. Feel free to carry on with a deeper practice or a progressed practice. Otherwise, we'll close out here. Thank you all for joining in once again. It is a pleasure. Namaste.